These are Namor's ankle wings from Black Panther Wakanda Forever. But these aren't just your normal cosplay prop. They actually flap their wings. And they can even fly. Well, maybe one day. And I'm going to show you how I made them. Before we get started, make sure to hit the subscribe button for more projects like this. And also, check out my Instagram and TikTok for exclusive photos and videos that you won't see here. When designing these ankle wings, I knew that they would not be that cool if they couldn't flap. So I had to do extensive research on the anatomy of different birds, their flying mechanisms, feather geometries, and I finally came to a high-tech, revolutionary solution. I bought this flapping duck toy on Amazon. And this was the perfect solution because it's small, it's light, it's rechargeable, and all of the electronics already come in one nice package. All I have to do is build the wings and strap it to my feet. Now first things first, we have to remove the internal components from this duck. But no worries, I am a licensed stuffed duck surgeon, so this is no problem at all for me. But in all seriousness, the motor and flappers come out just like this. So this motor is extremely easy to use. You'll see there is an on switch, and once you flick it on, the wings start flapping. Now there is 3 different modes to this flapper. First mode is when you turn it on, it'll be a fast flapping motion for about 10 seconds. Second mode is flapping in intervals, again for about 10 seconds. And third mode is slow flaps for about 10 seconds. And to activate each mode, all you have to do is pretty much slap the flapper, because that's what cats would do, and the flapping motion starts. Which is why you'll see me stomp my feet to get the wings to start. So now all we have to do is glue some foam wings to the wings on the motor. So let's go ahead and build those wings. As most of my builds, I start off by just sketching out a quick pattern and then work on refining it as I go. Here's the overall shape of the wing cut out in poster board, which I then transfer over to this white 5mm EVA foam. Once you have one pair cut out, you can simply superglue it to the flappers on the motor. And now you should have one pair of flapping wings. Like I said before, this motor was absolutely perfect for this project because of its small size, which makes it super easy to hide behind these Namor foot guards. Now to make the foot guards, again I'm using 5mm EVA foam, and I sketch out a very rough pattern, which I will admit is not 100% movie accurate, mostly because it was hard to find clear reference photos of Namor's feet. But I do think it is close enough and doesn't take away from the overall effect of the wings. Now we do a very quick test fit to make sure it's proportional and hides the flapper motor. Once we verify that, using some contact cement or hot glue or super glue, we can glue on this underpiece, which will help hold the shape of the entire foot guard. Now that the main structure of the foot guard is done, you can start adding some of the details. If you find better reference photos of Namor's feet, then feel free to change your design as you please. I'm just here to guide you to making a cosplay prop that works for you. And now it's time to mount your wings to the foot guard. Quick tip when you're doing this, make sure the motor is off when you're working with it and you won't get any unnecessary jump scares like me. I used super glue for this and it worked like a charm, so I'd highly recommend doing the same. To attach these to my feet, I just used some foam strips and glue them to the underside of the foot guard like this. Once everything tests out fine, you can start doing some more detail work, like scoring the wings with an X-Acto knife to get a feather look. And then you can heat it up to open those detail lines up a bit more. Now to paint these bad boys, I start off by brushing a layer of Mod Podge to help seal the foam, and then I just use some basic metallic gold and blue acrylic paint. To complete the look of Namor, I created these shin guards, which are very easy to make. All it is 2 sheets of foam glued together to make sort of a cylinder shape, and then you can just draw on your details and paint it. Now we do a final test of the wings, and it works perfectly. And once you make a complete set, you can now fly or walk around like Namor, and lead the people of Talokan. So like I said in the beginning, the way to activate these wings is by simply stomping your feet on the ground, and you can go through the different modes of flapping. One of the best parts is that they are rechargeable, so you don't need to go through a ton of batteries. Now there is one downside to these flapper motors. Because they come from toy ducks, they actually make a quacking sound. So if you're comfortable with taking it apart, you may be able to cut the wires that go to the speakers. I decided not to do this because the internals do look a little bit fragile, but feel free to do whatever you're comfortable with. And that's it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had an absolute blast making these wings, and the positive feedback I received on Instagram and TikTok was super exciting, and I'm so grateful. I can't wait for you guys to try this build out for yourself. Also, if you're interested in supporting the channel, feel free to check out my PropWay merchandise, which you can find the link to my online store in the description below. There you'll find t-shirts, hats, sweatshirts, hoodies, and even a PropWay mug. But if you don't want to buy any merch, that's perfectly fine. A simple like or comment, or maybe even a subscription to this channel is all super helpful. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.